The Trump administration says it sent hundreds of alleged Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, raising questions about whether the deportations violate an order from a federal judge. Yesterday, the judge temporarily blocked the administration from deporting non-U.S. citizens under the Alien Enemies Act. He also ordered 2 planes carrying non-citizens that were in the air during the hearing to return to the U.S. immediately. Joining me now to break all of this down is ABC News' Christiane Cordero. Christiane, thanks for joining me. Let's start with this. Catch us up to speed with the latest, what's going on right now.
Well, it's good to be with you, Ike. And just for context, this Alien Enemies Act is something that hasn't been used since World War II. And back then, it was used to justify Japanese internment camps. So in this federal ruling from the judge over the weekend, he essentially barred the Trump administration, or tried to, from going forward with deporting non-U.S. citizens under this Alien Enemies Act. And included in that ruling was to turn around any planes currently in the air carrying people by that order. The White House appears to have done it anyway. There's a lot of questions around the timing of when they did this. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said hundreds of dangerous members of Tren de Aragua, which is a foreign terrorist organization, a Venezuelan gang, were deported. And the ACLU claims that several of the people who were deported were not, in fact, Tren de Aragua members, and that is the due process that they were asking for through the courts. Hours after that lawsuit was filed, the judge essentially agreed with the ACLU in temporarily barring the Trump administration from continuing forward, but Ike, we know where that led.
Now, Christiane, this weekend, the president also took the largest and most significant military action of his second term with those airstrikes against the Houthis in Yemen. Talk to me. What led up to this?
So the U.S. officials tell ABC News that the air and naval strikes hit radars, air defenses, missile and drone systems. The Yemen's Ministry of Health says at least 31 people have been killed and more than 100 wounded in the strikes. They claim that most of those who were killed and wounded are children and women. So a lot of questions as to what exactly happened and as it continues to evolve. But a lot of this, the context around it leading up to it, goes to what's happening between Israel and Hamas, of course. And since the Hamas attack on Israel in October 2023, the Houthis have launched more than 100 attacks on vessels in the Red Sea. So the Trump administration is responding to that. Yemen says that they are responding to Israel preventing and blocking aid from entering Gaza. So right now, Ike, we're watching for a response as one has been vowed.
Christiane, thank you for that update.